Sneako was all talking about that education is indoctrinating you, how you don't want to be a bot, how you're either a leader or a follower, and you want to be a leader. That's like what Sneako's been about for a while now. And Andrew Tate is just like, no, that doesn't work.
Okay, you're going away from the point that you made earlier. You think most people should be followers because not everybody can lead. We need followers, we need sheep, and we need someone.
You're the
farming,
one that calls it sheep. That's your word.
No matter what fucking lingo triggers you, that's what essentially what you're saying, right?
Yeah, as opposed to what you're saying, where we need a bunch of like big-headed, egotistical, like ineptitude dipshits trying to run around and figure out their own way. Like I can phrase it like.
You're saying egotistical dipshit because you are like that too. You don't follow. You are a leader. Why are you not saying that people can be like you?
Because not everybody can fill those roles.
Why?
I don't know why, because we learn different things in childhood. We have different fucking genes. Our brains develop differently. We just have a different set of experiences in our adolescent years. We go to different high school. I don't fucking know why the answer is. I just know that's the reality.
I'm trying to get to the next level. You've established that some people are meant to be leaders and some are meant to follow, right?
I don't know what you mean by meant to, but yeah, by the time you're like 18, 19, yeah, it's going to be pretty set in terms of like what your path roughly is going to be, probably, yeah.
Your chat's all saying 2, they'd rather be followers, and mine's all saying 1, they would rather be leaders. Okay. So it's just a difference in our ideologies. You are purporting that people need to fall in line and not purporting that people need to go and make themselves better. Everyone here wants to lead, they want to improve. Everyone in your chat is just kind of giving up on that, giving up on their dreams. They were once the saxophone player and they're like, meh, I'm gonna go be a carpet cleaner for the rest of my life. My chat wants to go play the saxophone.
Guess what? That's what education is. Education is waking up at 8 a.m., going to school, and doing what they fucking tell you to do. Then as an adult being like, is that what I want to do? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to use it. But like I said, the skills, they're going to help you.
But if you're genuinely about it and you can find somebody with that star factor and align yourself to them, I think you could make money no matter who you are. That's, I think, the best way to make money.
So basically be a YouTuber. It's
not about being a YouTuber. It's not even, it hasn't even got to be a YouTuber. It can be anything. It can be you can find a fucking star salesman and find a way to help his ass. I'm saying you don't always have to be the star. Everyone's told they're fantastic. But the truth is not everybody's fantastic. And the people who are not fantastic end up frustrated. And that's why you have so much fucking crime, rob a bank, get rich or die trying, gangsters, gangbangers. Because there's a whole bunch of people in America who think they're too good for a job, and they are really not too good for a fucking job.
We're not all going to be, like you said, leaders. Some people are followers.
So. But this is my point. When everyone has an ego, everyone wants to be the king on the chessboard.
Yeah.
You don't win the chess game by having endless kings. That just gives you a bunch of vulnerabilities. Everyone has to know.
Like, I hate to say it, but Andrew Tate is spitting fucking facts. So for context, what Sneako was saying earlier in this podcast, Sneako was all about this. Sneako was all talking about that education is indoctrinating you, how you don't want to be a bot, how you're either a leader or a follower, and you want to be a leader. That's like what Sneako's been about for a while now. And Andrew Tate is just like, no, that shit doesn't work.
I've played the role of fucking pawn, knight, my whole life. I was pawn, knight, bishop, rook. You know, I played them all.
But you always wanted to be the king.
It's not that I wanted to be. It's that if you're truly destined to be, you'll end up in a position where you're going to be seen as a king of your empire, wherever your empire is or whatever it is. God has a plan for all of us. My plan was to do my job to the best of my ability, whatever my job was at the time. I spent fucking 11 years obeying my coach like he was God. Run here. Okay, 7 miles, 4 a.m. Oh, fuck. All right. I just listened. But you're saying I always knew I wanted to be king. I don't think I did. I just wanted to be very, very competent and do my job very, very well. Like, there's too much ego involved. Yeah. And this is the problem with a lot of people. Egos hold them back. Ego's going to get your ass killed. Ego will put you in the fucking morgue. It'll put you in jail. And it'll also destroy a lot of opportunities. You can't be messaging me saying, oh, yeah, you're top G.
This is something I've talked about with my brother recently. You don't become a leader. You don't become top of your field by starting off being like, I'm going to be the leader. You do it by doing the grunt work. You do it by, like, Andrew Tate became a top tier fighter by exactly this. Waking up at 4 a.m., running 7 miles because his coach fucking told him to do for 11 years. That's how you become top tier at what you want to do. Guess what? That's what education is. Education is waking up at 8 a.m., going to school, and doing what they fucking tell you to do. Then as an adult being like, is that what I want to do? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to use it. But like I said, the skills, they're going to help you. The work ethic, it's going to help you. The fact that you can show people that you were capable of doing it, that you got that diploma, you got that piece of paper, that's going to help you. That's gonna further you in life. That's gonna lead you to better jobs, better outcomes. That's gonna allow you to become an actual leader. This idea that we all need to break out of the matrix. The matrix isn't what you're calling the matrix. It isn't like this bad thing. Okay, it's fucking society. We live in a society. What was it? Well, what Odin just said. Schools are there to give a foundation of knowledge and discipline. What I was doing was I was bouncing off of Andrew Tate, being like, when Sneako says that you shouldn't be going to school. You should be working to become a leader instead of a follower. Basically, kind of like mirroring your thoughts, where like going to school will turn you into a follower. Andrew Tate is like, no. First off, not everyone should be a leader. He does the analogy of the chessboard, so not everyone should be kings. And then what I really like is Andrew Tate talks about his journey as an athlete, and he says, I wasn't a leader. I was following my coach. I was following my coach when for 11 years as if he was God. When he told me at 4 a.m. to go run 7 miles, I did it. He was a follower. He was being indoctrinated as an athlete. He was being all the things you're saying about school. Andrew Tate was doing it. Is he using that now? No, what he's using is the brand he created. What he's using is the work ethic he developed. But he's not using the fact that he ran for 7 miles as a life skill. He's using the fact that he had the experience of it as a life skill. And that's kind of where I'm getting at. The experience of having gone through school does give you a life skill, does give you, what Owen said, a foundation of knowledge and discipline. Sneako is dumb, especially in this particular context. There are things where I actually kind of like Sneako, not when he's talking about the Matrix and like not going to school and being bots. Following worthful people is something I urge. Following people as a general is what schools are trying to get you to. What schools are trying to get you to is to follow worthwhile people. The reason teachers are supposed to have diplomas, the reason teachers are supposed to have specific education, is because they are supposed to be those worthwhile people. Now, they aren't always. It's not a perfect system. That's why I'm okay with criticism against the like criticizing the school system, but rejecting it outright, I think, is a bad idea. If you want to improve it, I agree with you. Absolutely, there should be more critical thinking. There should be more developing perhaps certain skills that are more relevant to modern life, etc., etc. I'm 100% on board with that, Tico. But saying that school is bad, I think, is completely wrong. It could be better. It can improve everything. That I agree with. He ain't dumb. He probably makes what you made your entire life in that match. That's not necessarily an argument. I mean, Sneako is successful, sure, but him making money doesn't necessarily mean that he is giving a good opinion or not. It just means that he's good at what he does. There are plenty of people that are good at what they do, and outside of what they're doing, they're not actually relevant. I would definitely trust Sneako on his opinion on like how to become a successful YouTuber, how to become successful on social media, how to build a brand, a following. Those are things he's obviously an expert at. But I would not take his advice on whether or not I should pursue an education. That's kind of where I'm getting at. Him making money equals he ain't dumb. Makes sense as an argument if you ask me. That doesn't. I perceive Sneako as someone who has good social and like good social intelligence, but having seen his discussions, he's not someone who has good like rational intelligence. He's not someone who's very logical. He's not someone who's going to build like really good arguments or understand nuances and stuff like that. But he has good social intelligence. There's also different kinds of intelligences. So I don't hate on someone thinking he's dumb, because they're talking about a specific kind of intelligence in which he's rather lacking, but what he's capitalized on, what he's built his brand off of, is other kinds of intelligences. Social communication is something schools don't really train you for, rather teach you. That's not even entirely true. Guess what is the main thing you do in school? You socialize. The main thing you do in school is you're in a circle of your peers, and you learn to make friends, you learn to make relationships with people of the same age. That is actually one of the most valuable things that school gives you. When you compare someone who was taught at home to someone who went through school, the person who was taught at home has terrible social skills and terrible social and emotional intelligence. The person who actually went through school and socialized through school and had good opportunities that way will have a much more fulfilling social life on average. So even though the school doesn't really train you for social communication, that I agree with, the school is the best training ground for social communication that you will get in almost all your life. It's even better than the